Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a VK3601H. It's a German Tier 6 heavy tank and it's located on the south spawn of Minsk under the command of Marybanks. Now what can I tell you about this tank? Well, it's one of the prototypes that was developed by the Henschel company on the way to getting the Tiger, the Panzerkampfwagen 6. Unfortunately, it wasn't a very good tank. It did have fairly good top speed once you got up to speed, but it had trouble getting up to speed in the first place, and it also had dreadful armour, so bad on the sides that if you angled this tank to try and get more effective armour, you actually made it worse. Over angling means the enemy will be able to penetrate your sides, and if you let the enemy penetrate your front, well, you're in just as much trouble because there's lots of lovely places they can fire their round, flat surfaces they can fire against, that viewport and the machine gun as well. So you can see it's got a good top speed straight away, but against tier 7 tanks, and this is a tier 7 game, Marybanks is going to struggle. She's really going to have a job. Her work's cut out for her. Now, what sort of gun is she carrying? Because this one will carry, and that was an Arty round. This tank will carry 75cm gun, the 105mm, and of course the famous 88. And she's got 75mm. Hopefully that's the top 75mm gun. As you can see from the display, 135 alpha, penetration of only 157mm, which means she's going to have a lot of difficulty because she's up against the Tiger P, it's the Tiger Porsche, and a T29. The American Tier 7 heavy. In fact, actually, she's going to struggle a great deal on this game. But if she can play it right, play it to its strengths, angle well enough, then she'll be able to get shots on the enemy, but she might have a job trying to penetrate them. Okay, well, she's spotted somebody. It's a T29. She gets around over there, but doesn't do any damage. She's just taken that hit from the AMX 13105 so far. Oh, she did get a shot into that Skoda for 144. Fires another one in, gets the track, and actually kills the Skoda T24. So she's actually moving ahead. Oh, she's been spotted by the OI. Took her around in the tracks there. The tractor, he's pulling back into cover because he's got a long reload. And now she's taking rounds from the T1 heavy further up the road and from the enemy Arty, the Gorilla. And that was I think it was a near miss stroke direct hit, that one, the Gorilla. 145 hit points. Now that means the Gorilla's going to be firing at her again. And the best thing for her to do would be to get behind this pillar. Because if he's, because there, the Arty round, second time round, hit the pillar. And there are Arty rounds coming in. So obviously somebody knows she's here and is taking shots at her. Now that T1 heavy is slightly further up the road. Who's going to be around this corner? Oh, it's the KV-1S. She's got him in the side. Yep, lovely. And took a round from that T1 heavy up further up north. So she's going to engage him. Oh, and she took a round, 96 hit points. That one penetrated, 124. Get another one in. No, ricocheted on that shot. And she's taken another round from the T1 heavy. Please be careful she doesn't take too many rounds because this could be expensive for her. Oh, P43. She penetrated him quite nicely. She's good angling. She actually has got the angling correct there. No more than 30 degrees to 45. If you go over 45, you're actually allowing the enemy to penetrate you. But if you just angle it just right, then it makes it more difficult for the enemy. Oh, that T1 heavy still trying and just fired one into her tracks. She's firing blind back where she thinks he is. The P43, she can't see him, but he's over in that corner. She's still bouncing rounds from that T1 heavy. Don't over angle. And looks like he's actually firing HE now, the P43. Now, where is he? Can't see him. T1 heavy still firing AP. P43, he's gone back to HE again. We're still on HE. He must be over in that corner. I think he's pulled back behind the corner, but those rounds might be persuading him not to come out. Well, she's blocked some damage from him so far. In fact, she blocked 1,320 hit points of damage. So she's doing an absolutely fantastic job. If she survives this battle, she could end up in the steel wall. Oh, and a nice penetration on the P43. She's only using standard ammo at the moment. She doesn't really need to use the APCR. And another pen on the P43. One more shot should take him out, and it does. But she's taking rounds in the track from the T1 Heavy. In fact, the T1 Heavy started firing HE now as well. I think he knows that it's doing module damage, keeping her tracked. But she's on the move now. She should be able to spot him very soon. I think he pulled back, far enough back that we couldn't see him because he's in the bushes. She's firing blind shots to try and get shots into him or persuade him not to fire at her. In the meanwhile, no, he has pulled back behind the houses. There he is. Now she can hit him from this angle. And he doesn't like that, so he's pulled forward and she got another shot into him. One more and she can kill him. He is a one shot. He's pulling back rapidly. I think he knows he's in trouble. Oh, she tried to track him and that didn't work. She gave him the side of her vehicle. And I think the AMX, well, is he going to try? Is she side scraping? He's side scraping. Oh, AMX just got wiped out and the T1 Heavy's shoving us about and we missed the shot on the T1. Unfortunately, we didn't get that kill, but Marybanks did most of the work on it. She's actually done 264 damage assistance and 1,199 hit points of damage so far. That's what's been recorded. Well, she's in the cap. There's only two enemies left, the T-3485 and the Gorilla. Now, I suspect the Gorilla would have scarpered over to the other side of the map. He's probably on the west side by now. I don't think he'd be remaining in this area because if he does, he is going to get wiped out very quickly. The Gorilla is slow, same speed as the Hetzer, but it can motor over to the other side of the map if need be. There he is. Yeah, he is on the move. Now shoot through the helicopter. You don't need to go around the sides of it. Just shoot through it. That's it. Oh, drop below the line. Can we get a shot in? Yes! Unfortunately, now he's dropped below the line, so we're going to have to go after him. I think it's no cap kill all now. There's no need to cap. Everyone's going for the kill. Well, they got the Gorilla. It's just the T-3485 now to kill. And Marybanks has still got an appreciable amount of her health. Normally this doesn't happen with the VK3601H. It has got a decent hit pool in terms of, 950 hit points, but the thing is that it tends to lose it very quickly because of its bad armor. But she has actually played this very well, and hugging that corner meant that the T1 wasn't really able to get decent pens. Oh, she got the kill. She snatched it from the T1 Heavy just as he snatched a kill from her earlier. So, ends the battle with 3 kills. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's the first class tanker for Marybanks in the VK3601H. She managed to get a 5 for effect, a shell proof, a Hand of God, and a Bruiser medal out of the minor medals, but she picked up a cool-headed and she picked up a steel wall for all the damage that she blocked while she was sitting in that road, hugging the corner and angling like a boss. And yet she certainly deserved it because she was blocking a huge amount of damage headed her way. It was pretty epic. Let's have a look at the win rate. Well, 4895. So it just goes to show how well she was performing. If you look at the team scores, we can see she didn't get the highest damage. That actually went to the T29 on the enemy team. He got 2,256 hit points. The next highest score was the SU8 on Marybanks' team. He got a Gauze medal, 2,163 hit points. Then the KV1 got 1,760, also picking up Pascucci's. And then we got the VK3601H of Marybanks, and she picked up that cool-headed and the steel wall for 1,585 hit points. When it comes to kills, it was the KV1 who did best. He got 5 kills. Marybanks got 3, and then there's a bunch of tanks with 2 kills, including their Fifi. And when it came to base XP, it was the KV-1 who did the best. In a Tier 7 game, a Tier 5 heavy is bound to do very well indeed when it comes to XP, because he's firing up everything that's higher tier than him, and if he gets the pen, then obviously he's earned the extra. Marybanks managed to get 1007, and the next high scorer was the T25-2 with 825. She fired 35 rounds in that game, got 16 direct hits and 13 penetrations. So a few of those shots she fired blind probably didn't hit the target, but they were suppressing the fire coming at her to a certain extent. She did damage of 1,585 hit points, of which 244 were at more than 300 meters. She received 31 hits from the enemy. Only 4 of them were penetrations, 23 non-penetrations, and most of those hit the tracks and didn't go through. She got 4 hits by way of splash damage from the AMX-13 AM, and she also blocked damage of armor, or block damage of 1,430 hit points. So that's far more than her hit points during that battle. She should have been wiped out several times over, I would have thought. But anyway, not several times over, but you know what I mean. Certainly she would have been wiped out and some extra, considering the amount of damage she suffered during the game. She spotted 4 enemy vehicles, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 3 of them, and did damage assistance of 361 hit points. On a premium count, she earned 35,394 credits, and after repair, ammunition, and consumables, she still took away 22,575 credits. She received 1 bond for getting the steel wall, and 1,510 XP, no multipliers, so that's all the experience points she took away. But it was a very good demonstration of how the 3601H can be handled if you do the right thing, if you angle correctly. And she was angling correctly. I could see that the angle was just right. It wasn't going to let the shells through, wasn't over-angled, but it wasn't under-angled, thereby allowing them to shoot straight into her. And of course, because she was hugging that wall, she was hiding her driver's port and basically only giving them her machine gun port, which is quite difficult to get shells into. So, yeah, very good round there. And the 3601H is not an easy tank to play. Neither is the VK3001H, the one before it. But once you get to the Tiger, that's when it gets more fun. So, nice round there. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.